morning, everybody listening to this video. I am Nici Macdonald. I am the HOD of Standards and Certification at the FPI. And I would just love to give you a quick update on what is happening in the financial planning space this week. So if you look at the news from last week, at last we saw the end of Steinhoff. So last week, Wednesday, Steinhoff shareholders voted to dissolve the company and to delist it from the Joburg and Frankfurt stock exchanges. Around 99% of shareholders that registered to attend the company's extraordinary general meeting in Amsterdam backed the debt-ridden retailer's proposal to delist on Wednesday last week. The meeting was poorly attended, and empty chairs faced 4 Steinhoff board members when they actually voted on this. And there were very few questions before the vote. And this decision was largely a foregone conclusion, given that a Dutch court had already certified Steinhoff's plan to switch from a publicly listed company owned by shareholders to a delisted company under the control of its creditors. No date has been announced yet for it to stop trading publicly. And then linked to that, we also saw that Mr. Marcus Jooste has lost an appeal bid against his arrest in Germany. So hopefully he will get the comeuppance that is needed. Then I came across 2 reports that were done in South Africa the last 2 weeks where the information was released. The first one is the 2023 Old Mutual Savings and Investment Report. Now, this is a very important annual report that looks at employed South Africans and how financially stressed and how resilient they are when it comes to our current economic environment. Now, in the current report, it showed that although employed South Africans, I have to make this clear, continue to show resilience as they face the macro financial challenges besetting the country, 45% are considerably financially stressed. 7 out of 10 are trying to cope with incomes that have not improved since 2020, and their confidence in the economy is being eroded. This report reflects the views of just over 1,500 employed South Africans, with personal monthly incomes ranging from about 8,000 Rand to 100,000 Rand. And it asks questions on everyday financial challenges they face. Now, if you go read the entire report, there is an enormous amount of interesting information in there. Specifically, I think that is important for our financial advisors and financial planners to know when you sit in front of your clients, because these are the people that you advise. So let's look at some of these stats. So, as I said, 70% of South Africans are not seeing any improvement in their income since 2020. Consumers struggle to build savings buffers, with only 30% claiming to have savings that would last them for 1 month or less. And then something that's very interesting that came out is that reactions to the proposed 2-pot retirement reform remains mainly positive or mixed. So it'll be interesting to see how that is adopted once it actually comes into being from the 1st of March 2024 at this point. Then something that we all know at this point, debt levels are increasing and debt is considerably more expensive to service. And linked to that, 33% of home loan holders are struggling to meet their monthly repayments or falling behind on payments. And obviously a factor in this case is the increasing interest rates that has happened over the last 18 months. What is also interesting, appetite for crypto declined in 2023, although 56% of these consumers are still likely to purchase crypto in the next year. And then one more thing, the sandwich generation. These are people supporting not only children, but also parents and other older dependents, increased to 43% from a 39% in 2022. So it's very interesting to see that there are pressures across consumers and how people are dealing with it. The last thing that I want to point out, and this also links to the next report that I found, is that 15% of working South Africans are single mothers, 47% of whom do not receive maintenance support, and they are one of the more financially stressed and indebted cohorts. And I think for Women's Month coming up in August, a focus on advising single mothers and women in these positions are incredibly important. And I also think there are a very big market for female financial planners in the industry who understand the environments and the situations of these women, given that it is sometimes easier for a female client to speak to a female advisor. And then the second report that I came across is from DebtBusters, who did their second annual money stress tracker. Now, it is a very large survey. They spoke to over 350,000 respondents in an online survey conducted amongst a representative sample of South Africans who are currently not in debt counselling. So it's people who are dealing with their debt in a proper manner. So, of the 78% of respondents who said they feel money stress, which is up from 70%, so it's an 8% leap from 2022. 94% said it was impacting their home life, 78% said it is impacting their work life and their health. And that is a clear indication that money stress results in other type of stress. But they then also take another angle and look at the impact of this on females. So 4 out of 5 women suffer financial stress. And it is very interesting to ask the question why specifically females suffer so much with this. And the psychotherapist and transactional analyst Diane Salters explains that there may be 2 reasons for a higher proportion of women than men reporting high stress levels. Firstly, women are often carrying more of the burden of family care and responsibility than men. And secondly, women are more likely to admit to feeling stressed than men and reach out for help. Social conditioning often stops men from admitting they need. So how do people deal with this money stress? All age groups said that they were cutting back on spending, a strategy that on average 44% of respondents have adopted. And this year, 38% said they were looking for a better job or higher pay, up nearly 50% on last year. And then, of course, the higher debt levels will also be a function of this. So, if we're looking at what is happening at FPI, remember that registrations for retirement and investment is already open. It is going to be a full day event. I think there's 6 CPD hours linked to this event, so you can really catch up on your CPD for this current cycle. We're going to have very good conversations specifically on the 2-pot system and how it is going to affect our clients, the way we give advice, what we need to say to clients, and how we maybe need to approach this. And it will also go into some of the detail that is currently still unsure, but we have got industry specialists that might be able to answer some of your questions during that day. Then our convention registrations are also open. We are extremely excited about this wonderful event that is going to happen in November of this year. All our international speakers will be here in person. We're flying them in from everywhere around the world where they are. And our focus is going to be on things that are trending in South Africa at this point in time and in financial planning. We're going to be looking at practice management. We're going to be looking at the psychology of financial planning. We are going to look at technology and then also how to stay positive in South Africa under very, very difficult circumstances. And we would love to see you all. So this clip was first recorded for Propulsion Pro on Friday the 28th of July, and we are repeating it for our FPI members today. So have a wonderful week, everybody, and stay warm.